What's going on, GhanaianCulture family? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Andrew.
I'm Free.
And we are
The
GhanaianCulture. So, culture, they say, is the way of life for a group of people in a specific geographical location. But I want to ask you guys, is all culture good culture? Let us know in the comment section below. Before we dive right into the video, I'd like you to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also turn your notification bell so you can get all the videos that we post at any time. In this video, we'll be taking you through the top 5 shocking cultural practices in Ghana. Number 1 is puberty rite. Now, do you know what puberty rite is?
I guess it can mean different things.
Well, in Ghana, this is very common amongst the Dipo people. So what they do is, when a young lady first has their menstrual cycle, they will seclude them from the community and teach them hygiene, vocational skills, and secrets of womanhood, and then bring them back to the community to perform the rite. So every lady in that community is supposed to go through this rite. But unfortunately, not all are able to go through, because before the rite is being performed, there's a condition you have to fulfill. And the condition is, you, at the time of the rite, you should have retained your virginity. So if for any case you do other stuff and get pregnant, you and the man who got you pregnant will be banished from the community. That is like the bare minimum that they can do. You're going to be banished because they think that you have brought shame onto your families. And so your families will be like, we don't want you guys around anymore. And so you should leave the community.
Okay, so when they are banished, how do they know if this person is pure or not? Especially if they haven't if they're not pregnant, how would they know? Well,
at the time of the rite, you should still be a virgin, and this is not just like a physical rite. There's some form of spirituality attached to it, because during the rite, the ladies sit on a rock that has been blessed, with schnapp, and some spiritual practices that has taken place on the rock. And so if you lie, there's a thing that they always say: if you lie that you're pure, there's no way for them to check. But if you sit on the rock, you're going to incur certain curses on yourself and your family. And so your family, it's onto them to make sure that you are not lying. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Well, okay, it's their culture, to be respectful, but yeah, that just seems kind of strange, because I don't know, it just seems strange to me.
Yeah, it is strange, and it's common among the Dipo people, and they've been doing this since time immemorial. So it's like, yeah.
So once you're banished, you're just out.
Yeah, you're out. And if you want to come back, I think there's a process you have to follow. You have to see the elders, and you have to even see your family first, and then they see the elders. And if there's any way of bringing you guys back, they will think about it. And if they do accept you guys back, you have to go through a cleansing process, a cleansing rite. Yes, before they accept you guys back.
So do you know the cleansing?
No, I have no idea. I'll have to research on that. So guys, if you want to know more about this puberty rite among the Dipo people in Ghana, just let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely make a video on that. So the reason why this rite is being performed is because they want to curb teenage pregnancy in the community. So
it's not really spiritual. It's just let's say it's spiritual, so they won't.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, but people, they've been doing it since time immemorial. So I think there's some form of spirituality attached to it as well, like chastity. In Ghana, being chaste is held at a higher regard. So it's yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but I'm sure there's a spiritual aspect to it.
Okay.
So the second shocking cultural practice in Ghana is filicide. killing of deformed babies.
Oh.
So filicide is intentional killing of your own baby, be it a boy or girl. So in Ghana, in some rural communities, what they do is, because there's little to no access to modern medical care, certain communities rely on traditional healers to help them cure themselves, whether be it when you're sick or you have to deliver a baby. So in some communities, they're so far away from the medical center, and in some cases, there are no medical centers around. So when the traditional healer, you're pregnant and you deliver a baby, and they take a look at the baby and they notice that there's a deformity, they instinctively will tell you that maybe you've been cursed, and the baby is cursed because the baby is deformed, and so you have to, put the baby to bed before you incur extra curses on yourself and family. So once you give birth and the baby is deformed, you can't take the baby home. And even if you do take the baby home, they'll be pressuring you to make sure.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're cursed."
Yeah, you're cursed, and you'll be ostracized. Yeah, so sometimes when some people, not really ostracized, some community members will not want to associate themselves with you because they think since you've been cursed, and if they associate themselves with you, they're going to incur those curses too.
Oh my goodness!
So you have to kill a baby.
So that makes me think about this little program that I watched on YouTube. It was about like twins. So in Madagascar, if you have twins, they say that you're cursed. So if you have your twins and you decide to keep them, they will kind of like banish you from the community, and then you have to go live like in this other community with ladies that have twins. If you choose not to get rid of them, most of them just go to an orphanage in Madagascar and stay there. Yeah, because it's like you're cursed if you have twins in Madagascar. Yeah.
When I was in Ghana, having twins is like a blessing.
Yeah.
Wow. This is why culture really defines a group of people. It's different, totally different. Even though they're in the same continent, right?
Yep.
Oof. Anyway. All right, so the third strange or shocking cultural practice in Ghana is child marriage. Now, child marriage, I think, is not just in Ghana. I think it's in everywhere. I think it cuts across the globe.
Yeah.
Just that it's not being made public in the media sometimes. So, in Ghana, young girls are given up to marriage by the age of 17 or 16. In Ghana, to be an adult, you have to be like 18, and then you're regarded as an adult.
Yeah.
So they do this for two main reasons. Number one, they do it to say, "Oh, we want to curb the same thing, teenage pregnancy." So once you're married to a man, even if you get pregnant, they know that you're going to take care of a responsible man who's going to help take care of you and the baby. The second thing is also because of poverty. So in some of the communities, this is just farming. And the farmer with the most, farm or the most land is regarded rich. So if one family is like, "Oh, I have a daughter, she's of age, maybe 16, 17.
And they want some cows or something.
Yes, they can offer their daughter to the rich man. And sometimes most of these men who marry the kids are old enough to be their dad, sometimes old enough to be their granddad. So that's what happens in most of the communities. And the government of Ghana is really trying to clamp down on that. But you can't, because it's deep in the culture, it's deep. And sometimes in rural areas where you have no control over. So that's very unfortunate. All right, so the fourth shocking culture in Ghana is traditional inheritance. Now, so in Ghana, the customs in Ghana will either put you in a matrilineal lineage or a patrilineal lineage. So if you want to inherit something from your patrilineal and you fall into the patrilineal lineage, what that means is when your dad passes on, his assets are allocated to you, your mom, and your siblings. Now, in the matrilineal lineage, when your father passes on, his assets are shared amongst his nephews. So you being the son of your dad or the daughter of your dad will not get anything. You're being taken care of by your mom, your mom's dad, brothers, and sisters. You won't get anything from your dad. Now, this will be based on how you guys got married. So in Ghana, we have two types of marriage systems. We have the traditional marriage and we have the ordinance marriage. If you go through the ordinance marriage, well, because of, what do you call it, intestate or attestate? I don't know how, like setting a will for your family. Because your marriage was legal, you have right to claim your husband's assets. But if it was traditional, there's no binding document. So they will either use the matrilineal lineage of inheritance or the patrilineal lineage of inheritance. That's it. And sometimes, if the father was the only breadwinner of the home and he dies, and unfortunately your tribe is a matrilineal lineage, it means that you're not going to inherit anything from your dad. And your mom probably might not be working, will be poor, and so you are really going to struggle. Your father's assets will be shared to his nephews. And so in Ghana, we have a term. the nephews of these rich uncles will be, because my rich uncle is there, I don't have to work, because they know that once he dies, they're going to get something from him.
But isn't it something put in place where it's like those nephews have to take care of their uncle's family, like their cousins?
If they want to.
Oh, so it's nothing like you have to do it.
No.
Aww. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people have really have tons of stories to share when it comes to this. But you see, back in I think 1989 and 1999, from 1968 and 1989, I think there was a law passed in Ghana that stops this kind of matrilineal patrilineal thing. But unfortunately, people do not really know the law. So if you're in the village somewhere and your husband dies, you don't know if you have rights to claim his properties. So you just be quiet. But there's a law in place to prevent that from happening. There's a law put in place to make sure that you, the man, put things aside to take care of your family.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. That sucks.
That's different in America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it like in your family?
So my mom's side is matrilineal, my dad's side is patrilineal.
Wait, so can you explain it again?
So
is your dad's money going to you or your cousins?
My dad's money will come to me and my cousins too. My mom's money will come to me alone.
Okay, but you're the only child though, so it don't matter. It don't matter what's going on that side. Okay.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But so your dad's money's going to your cousins, but he's leaving something for you as well.
I should hope so.
Oh Lord.
I should hope so. Yeah. Okay. But my mom's properties will all be my name.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well.
That's good news.
If your mean cousins don't want to give you anything, it doesn't matter.
The fifth shocking cultural practice in Ghana is circumcision. Now, when you think of circumcision, you think of male circumcision, right? Where they remove the foreskin of the male genitalia. There's female circumcision too. And this is very gruesome and painful. What they do is they remove the sensitive part of the female genitalia, the clitoris. So it's done when you're about 5 years old to about adolescence age. But sometimes they can also perform that on you after your 20s. Yes. And this is done in certain tribes in Ghana. So this practice is done because those who perform this cultural practice claim that it helps the ladies be faithful to their husbands, and it also prevents them from having indiscriminate sex. But unfortunately, that's not true, Yeah. There's no health benefit as well.
Yeah.
Number two is it leaves the ladies or the victims of this cultural practice emotionally and physically damaged.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have trust issues. They can't even bond with anyone, especially with men. They really don't even want to have sexual intercourse with their husbands, even when they get married, because they have no feeling.
Oh yeah, so I watched, again, I'm always watching something on YouTube, but this lady, she was circumcised when she was about 5 years old. It was like her and a bunch of her other cousins. They were taken back to their home country, and
wow.
It was kind of, she said she thought she was kind of like at a party or something like that, because that's kind of what it seemed like. Then she's like, the next thing you know, they had to like lay down and, undress from the bottom. And then she said she remembers like it hurting down there. She didn't even know what was going on. She just knew it hurt, And she kind of like alluded to the fact that, for women in her culture, sex is not supposed to be pleasurable for women. It's for the man. So, and other reasons as well. Again, you have like the purity thing and, all of that as well. But yeah. That was kind of like the gist of it, yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy, guys. So let us know if you have any shocking cultures that you know of. Let us know in the comment section below. And also let us know if it's a good or bad culture. We'll be glad to hear from you. So to end the video, I'm Andrew.
I'm Free.
And we are
The
GhanaianCulture. See you guys in the next video. Bye.